Good morning, students. Today we are starting our second poem, A Tiger in the Zoo. In this poem, the poet compares a tiger who lives in the zoo and a tiger who lives in the natural habitat jungle. What is the difference in the attitude of a tiger who lives in the zoo and who lives in the jungle? This poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with the tiger in its natural habitat. The poem moves from the zoo to the jungle and back again to the zoo. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. In this stanza, the poet describes a tiger in the zoo because he has mentioned the word cage. He stalks in his vivid stripe. He refers to tiger in the zoo, and the poet says that tiger is moving in the cage. He can only take few steps in the cage because the area is very limited. The body of tiger is covered with vivid stripe. Vivid means clear. Stripes, all of you know. The tiger has black stripes. On pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. The tiger moves very quietly because he has pads. The tiger has pads of velvet. The pads are very soft. In his quiet rage, but he is angry. Attitude is of anger because the tiger has been enclosed in the zoo. Now here he is personification. The tiger is personified like a human being. If you see the rhyming words, stripes, cage and rage. Stripes A, rhyming scheme will be A, cage B, quiet C, and rage B. Cage and rage are the rhyming words. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through the long grass, near the water hole where plump deer pass. Now in the stanza 2, the poet moves from tiger in the zoo to the tiger in the jungle. He should be lurking in shadow. The tiger in the jungle is hiding in the bushes, sliding through the long grass. It moves silently, quietly through the long grass near the water hole. The tiger goes near the water hole or pond where plump deer pass, where a deer has come to drink water, and the deer is plump means fat. If you see again here, tiger is personified, so he here is personification. He is here used for tiger in the jungle. Shadow A, grass B, hole C, pass B. Rhyming words are grass and pass. He should be snarling around houses at jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. Again it is tiger in the jungle. He should be snarling around houses. The tiger in the jungle moves near the houses. The tiger has come near the periphery. It is in the jungle but reached near the houses, which are on the jungles at the jungle's edge. Bearing his white fangs. That tiger is showing its white teeth. Fang here is metaphor because actually fang is used for the word teeth. His claws terrorizing the village, and the tiger terrorizes the people. Village here refers to people who are living in that village. The tiger terrorizes with the help of its teeth and nails. The rhyming scheme is houses A, H, B, claws C, and village B. Edge and village are rhyming words. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Now again the poet has highlighted the life of tiger in the zoo. He is locked in a concrete cell. The tiger in the zoo is enclosed in the cement cell. His strength behind bars, and the entire strength of the tiger is behind the bars because the tiger can do nothing. The tiger is enclosed in the bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. That tiger is not at all interested in the people, ignores the visitors because the tiger is angry. If you see the rhyming words here, bars and visitors, and rhyming scheme is again A, B, C, B. And if you see the literary device, concrete cell, the consonant sound C and C is repeating in the consecutive words concrete and cell. So it is alliteration. Behind bars, again it is alliteration. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stars with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. The poet says that the tiger in the zoo hears the last voice at night. The tiger is able to hear the last voice at night. What is the last voice? The voice of patrolling cars, the cars of the police which patrol in the zoo, and stares with his brilliant eyes. That tiger stares towards the sky, shining with his bright eyes, brilliant eyes. Here, word brilliant is again and again repeated to highlight the curiosity, the wish of the tiger in the zoo, that it also wants to enjoy the nature. It also wants to live in the jungle. So, brilliant stars and brilliant eyes. This is a poem by Leslie Norris. Hope you have understood this poem.